Hello, if you're a current subscriber, I am in the process of remaking my videos, and if you are just watching this video, I want to thank you for taking your time to come out here and watch my video. So today I'll be redoing the first video in my tutorial series I have ever done for DigitalOcean, and it is setting up your first droplet. So today, as you can see DigitalOcean's website. It's a very nice website. We have very nice layout too. It's using kind of like the flat kind of website design, but that really does not matter for hosting. So I'm just talk about DigitalOcean, I guess I could say. So I guess we can see that we can go ahead and sign up for our account, but I happen to already have an account, so let's go ahead and log in. So I'm going to log in with my email address I have on my account and my password that I have chosen. Alright, I'm logged in. So now that you can see this page, we can go ahead and create our first droplet. But wait, you might not actually be presented with this page. You might be presented with this page that has you need to update your billing information. So all you want to do is just click on this link here, and it will take you to your billing information, and it will have you manage your payments. So for example, it will want you to add a credit card, or you'll need to make a $5 deposit on your account using PayPal. Alright, so now that you've filled in your billing information, you'll now want to go ahead and create a droplet. Now please note, it only takes 55 seconds to create a droplet with DigitalOcean. Alright, now that we're at the Create Droplet page, we can see we need to enter a host name. Now, for example, a host name is what you can memorize as your droplet being. Like, for example, you have a web server and then you have a database server. So all you can do with this one is just name this web. Or if you want to name this a little bit more professional and you actually have ideas for names for your droplet, you can go ahead and name it that way. So, for example, I want, in my case, Apache. I'll have a web installation. I'll name that Acadia. Or you can just name it web. It's whatever you want to do. Alright, so now you can select your size. For example, you can select anywhere from 512 megabytes with 1 CPU, 20 gigabytes SSD disk or RAM, or disk, and 1 terabyte of transfer, or all the way up to 64 gigabytes of RAM and 640 gigabytes of SSD. You'll want to go ahead and select a region. The best thing I could say is for you to go ahead and select which area is closest to you. For example, if you live on the West Coast, you want to select San Francisco, and you live on the East Coast, you want to select New York. If you live over across seas in Europe, you'll want to probably select Amsterdam. If you live in Asia, you'll want to select Singapore, and again, if you live in Europe but you're closer to London, you want to select London. Okay, so now you're going to want to go ahead and select an image of what you want on your droplet. Now, in the future, I'll go ahead and break these down into more detailed topics, but for now, I'm just going to select the default Ubuntu 14.04. I'll get into additional SSH keys in a future video. Settings, I'm just going to enable virt.io, and that's all I'm going to do with this droplet. I'm going to go ahead and create this droplet. As we can see, we are presented, and it takes about 55 seconds to make a droplet, give or take a couple of seconds depending on how busy they are. But as we can see, we see the process of creating the droplet. This doesn't take too long, but I'm going to go ahead and pause this video and load up my email so you can see what the first email looks like. Alright, so I'm back, and I have got a email containing my IP address of my server, the username, and password. So what we're going to want to do now is, while this is still setting up, I still got that information. I'm going to go ahead to Google, and I'm going to search putty. Just going to press enter, and I'm going to click on the first link. And what I can see here is this is putty, and this is a way of connecting to your DigitalOcean server. So I'm going to go ahead and go to download, and I'm just going to download putty. And putty is now downloading. Now I happen to have putty already downloaded, so I'm not going to use that version of it. I already have it over here. Okay, so now that's all set up. Our droplet is up and going. I can go ahead and connect the server using the IP address. So I'm going to open up putty. I'm going to paste it in for the hostname or IP address. I'm going to press open. And you might see an error that looks like, not an error, but an alert that looks like this. Just go ahead and press yes. And then you're presented with a little screen that looks like this. You can go ahead and type in the username as root and press enter. And then it asks for a password. So let's go ahead and give it that. Now, pasting passwords or pasting any data in putty can be different than just if you're on Windows. Like, it's not Control-V in putty. All you have to do is right-click. And if you're on Mac, it's not Command-D or Command-V. It is just right-clicking. Go ahead and press enter. And we are now connected to our first server. As we can see, we have the IP address here. We can see the system load, the memory usage of our total gigabytes of our server, memory usage, and our swap usage if you have any swap installed on your server. Now all this stuff will be discussed in more detail in a future tutorial, but this is the first installation. Also, when you first connect your server, you'll see down here at the bottom it says changing password for root. You want to enter your current Unix password, so again just right click and press enter, and then you'll want to type the password you want for the server now. Now, if it does not do this for you on default, you will want to change the default root password, and I even suggest setting up additional accounts on your server so you're not always using root account. So that's it for this tutorial. Please check back soon, as I will hopefully be uploading 1 to 2 videos per week, depending, because I'm going to be adding a lot of cool stuff to these videos, including a lot of video editing. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and please check back soon.